Kero O'Shea, Coordinator of The Voice. A special welcome to Renga Rajan, the District Membership Chair for District 9675. How are you, Renga?
Fine, Kero.
Fantastic. Okay, really important at this stage, as part of our acknowledgement of First Nations people, to acknowledge the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation, who are the traditional custodians of the land in which I'm hosting tonight's webinar. I acknowledge the strength of their continuing culture and offer my respects to elders past, present and emerging, and congratulate them on a lot of the great reconciliation work that's been done in the community. Here we go, the Ungreying of Granville, the modernisation of a suburban Sydney Rotary Club, presented by District Membership Chair Renga Rajan. Over to you, please, Renga.
Good evening, everyone. As Kero said, my name is Renga. I'm a Membership Director for District 9675, and I'm a Secretary for Granville Rotary. This is me. Next 30 minutes, you need to see me. Okay, I'll give some background about Granville Rotary. Granville Rotary is a traditional Rotary club. It was started in 1956. We meet on every Tuesdays. We produced one district governor and one future district governor. In 2011, I joined this club. That time we have 15 members. The last 10 to 11 years, there are around 11 members left. Due to various reasons, 2 members passed away. One is moved to other district in Sydney district. One moved out of country. He was supposed to be my successor during my presidency, but he moved to Nepal. And 6 members retired, aging members, they retired. One member moved to Perth for work commitment. But at the same time, we inducted 12 new members, and today in 2021, we have 16 members. How we achieve and what is our progress, I'm going to explain to you so that you can ask any question after my presentation. This is our club in 2004-5 or early 2000. It's basically it's a 100% Anglo-Saxon club in the blue-collar suburb of Granville, and most of our members, they were with us for a long time. One of the members, Bob Stockwell, recently completed 50 years in our club, and other 4 members like 44, 45, 46, 47, like that way. So they're all experienced members, but I was the first person inducted in 2011. Before that, there is one person from Kenya. He joined the club in 2007. So before Satnam, I don't think in the 15 years they didn't induct any new members. This is 2004. This is 2021. Now we have 16 members from 9 different nationalities. So that is the diversity in our club. So when I became a president 2013-14, I couldn't able to understand the culture and growth and all aspects of Granville Rotary. So we were in the almost dying stage because members are slowly losing our membership. At the same time, we couldn't able to induct any new members. So I built some groundwork, and we do some analysis what is happening in the Granville Rotary. So that time we had some issues. We thought that, okay, let us discuss all the issues, then we can move forward and we will work out on strategy. Again, it take almost 2 to 3 years to understand the whole issues. In 2016-17, fortunately or unfortunately, my wife became a president. She is a very methodical person, so she put a plan of action. So before she took the presidency, and we organizing the club health check. So we had identified a lot of issues in the club health check. The key points in the health check is not many projects, because we meet every Tuesdays, and we didn't do much of project, but other than some burning barbecue. There is no physical activities, so that people are used to come and they enjoy the fellowship, especially for the senior member. and there is no much of interesting speaker, and we are not inducting any new members, and very limited fundraising opportunity because we entirely depending on the Bunnings barbecue. And apart from that, we have some NRMA Carnival, again, that is for the barbecue. So these are all the only options to raise the money for our club. And over the period of time, all the members have moved to different suburbs, so they find it difficult to travel to Granville for the weekly meetings. So these are all the major highlights we identified in the health check. Then diversity inclusion, because Granville, that time it has become a multicultural suburb. There are different nationality in Granville, but we are not truly representing the club. So that is the one area we put more focus on, that diversity. And third one is club calendar. When she become a president, we organizing a grand gala installation, and that time itself she announced the plan of action. So all the club members are agreed, and we put a calendar for the whole year. On top of it, we put the major projects. So that we had a very clear plan before we start that year, 16-17. So one of the things what we did differently is diversity and inclusion. We engage ourselves with the various activities. This is one of the, because in this area, a lot of subcontinent people will be there, and festival. One of the big festival is a Deepavali. There are around 20,000 people used to visit that 2 days festival in Parramatta. The first time I get engaged with those people, and Rotary has been involved in that activities. For example, we are taken a responsibility of manning the ticketing and entry. So for that, we got some money. It's one way of fundraising. At the same time, we engaging. At the same time, we explore our members to the diverse community. The moment I took this our members to the event, they were amazed, because 2 days they might have seen more than 22,000 people, 22,000 people. And on top of it, not only I'm promoting the club, I'm promoting the whole Rotary. So that year, I explained and I given a lot of things what Rotary as a whole district, what we did. So this was our activities has been recognized by the Hindu Council. So they got an award. That award was received by that time our district governor, Sue Hayward, from Prime Minister. I think this is the only big award received in Rotary in our district. Second activities is we are exploring and tie up with other communities. See, one of the thing is we took the members to the local Sikh temple. We had a quality time with the temple, and we understand the culture. And the intention is we want to get back some members. That is the intention. We took them, and instead of sitting in the meeting, so we explored. We went to the temple. We understand the whole thing. We spent some good time. And second thing is we engage with the local fire and rescue team. So we distributed or donated radios. They came to our club and they received the radio. But what we did is differently is other day we organizing a visit. We went there to understand what is the activities they are doing, so that our members are get inspired with their activities. So this is one of the local community engagement. Third one is last year we had some Australia Day grant. So we are engaging with the police and other hospitals. This is the tree plantation, national tree plantation. Again, first time we engage with other Rotary clubs in the local district, as well as the Parramatta Park. So that's a good activity, so that most of the people has been involved. And this is the exposure we got. We put our logo and the volunteer activities so that other people and noticed about our activities, and we got some inquiries. Then 5 years back, we got a new council, started. Two of the big council has been amalgamated into one. That council name is called Cumberland Council. What I did is, again, I created a partnership with the council. So we engage. The moment we are interested to engage with the council, first thing is they're asking is, what do you want? I said, I don't want anything. We want to do the partnership. So from the day one, they're engaging us with various activities. See, we brought some music team, local music festival. So we brought some local talent. So we engage with them. It's a street festival, so we got some good exposure about Rotary activities. And second thing is we had some good tie-up with, we had good relationship with the local mayor. So they are engaging us for the seniors festival and multicultural festival. So that we cook some sausages for them. So that is one of the replacement fundraising for us. Previously, we used to do this 7 or 8 barbecue in Bunnings. Instead of that, we make money in one barbecue. See, that's the power of partnership. So that way we put our proposal in such a way so that there will not be any issue with the club as well as the council. And based on the service, the last 5 years, we got a continuous, irrespective of the mayor position, we got some continuous activities with the council. And these are all the appreciation letters we received from the council. And another is the promoting the local. We had some local organization called Multicultural Disability Advocacy Association. Again, we did some project with them, so we created some partnership. And Granville Historical Society, Ron McDonald House, Pink Sari Incorporation, and Home Care. These are all the local organizations with a different call community background, so that we get exposed with those organizations, so that people know about Rotary and we know about them. Second thing is we are very fond of connecting with the politicians. Again, it is for the a simple reason we need to get exposure. One is our philosophy is, one, Rotary has been promoted by ourselves, and second thing is, so our brand should be promoted by someone else. That someone else should be a elected person. So that's the reason we have been tied up with the local member of parliament and federal member of parliament as well as local mayor. Then you can see the results. And our activities has been highlighted in New South Wales Parliament for 7 times. So our local MPs, whenever, it's a simple thing. What we did is we sent the invitation and we inducted our local member as a honorary member, so that when we do some big events, we always send the invitation. And most of the time, if the parliament is not sitting, and she will attend the meeting. And good thing is she always get some notes about the event and put it in the Hansard record, so that it's a permanent. So anytime you can jump into Hansard, then you can go to Granville Member of Parliament or Auburn Member of Parliament, then you can find all our activities. It has been stay for hundreds and hundreds of years. And we build the good partnership or relationship with the local press. We have only one local media that's called Auburn Review. So we had some good relationship, even though we never met the reporter, but we had some relationship. So what we do is, irrespective of the event, we send the article. If they have the space, then they can put, or otherwise following week, somehow they can she can accommodate our request and put the activities. These are all the activities highlighted in the local press. And again, one more thing is the last year's Australia Day celebration, we distributed the Lamington. So we gave it to local police, Granville Police Area Command. So what I did is, because I had some good relationship with the local superintendent of police, so I asked them, why don't you put our article into your social media? The intention is, if we put our social activities in our social media, it may reach 50, 100, 200, 300 people. Whereas if they put it in their social media, it has go to hundreds and to 200, 100,000 or 200,000 people will watch that activity. And again, that is going to be a permanent. The first time Cumberland Police Area Command publish our article in their social media. And again, this is a local MP from Parramatta, federal member, and she usually put our activities into their bulletin as well as the council bulletin. They can also put it. And this is the one of the thing. Last year during the COVID, Prime Ministers invited different community organization. Unfortunately, Granville Rotary is one of the organization and invited for 2 times. And I attended the meeting with the Prime Minister, and I gave my suggestion and advice. One of the suggestion and advice has been incorporated, and for that, after the meeting, the Minister for Immigration, he invited his director to reach me, and they had a detailed discussion with me, and my suggestion was accepted. My suggestion was during that COVID, they couldn't able to get the numbers from the call community. So my suggestion was, why don't you involve this local priest, temple, church, and mosque pandits to give the feedback about the importance of the vaccination. So, and organize the vaccination camp in the temple or mosque. So they started these activities, and the numbers has been quickly jumped into the top. So that is one of the achievement as a Granville Rotary has been gone into that level. So now our club's activities has been registered in the different levels, so that we got some different variety of communication from Prime Minister Office as well as the Minister of Immigration and Multicultural. And one of the outcome was, as I said earlier, we have a meeting, but we didn't do the project. So we changed the model. Instead of using our flexibility, instead of weekly meeting, we changed into fortnightly meeting, and rest of the things we organizing some projects. So these are all the projects recently executed. This at the corner, right and top corner, is one of the touching project. During this COVID time, everybody was stressed, and we organizing the simple mental health program. This is called artwork. So all the disabled people, they assembled in the room. We invited them to participate at this art class. This all the art, they are not artists, but our teacher has given instruction how to do the art. Within 45 minutes, everybody has did this one painting. So after that, the amount of joy they expressed was phenomenal. So that is the big success for us. Now, these are all the activities we carried out in the last 4 or 5 years. Now I come to the how we transfer our club from dying to the prospective club. So these are all the people we inducted in 2017-18. 4 members we inducted. So you might have asked how we got inducted. So everybody knows about the Rotary score values. It's like leadership, integrity, cultural diversity, fellowship, and service. We apply exactly the same thing in our new member induction. So I'll explain to you one by one how we induct the new members that time. This is like each one bring one. This is a simple project because we organized one picnic day. One of our member having some home in the Central Coast. So what we decided is we hire a bus. We take our members to that picnic point for a lunch. So parallelly, what we did is we asked our members if any of their friends or family want to join, let them join with our group. So personally, we invited our own friends. That he recently that time he moved from Dubai. So we took them, and we didn't talk about Rotary. We didn't say anything about that. We had just introduced all our Rotarians, and we had a good time. We had a good lunch. On the way back, we created some curiosity, and this fellow is asking, what are the activities you are doing? Then what we did is, okay, these are all the activities we do, and these are all the times we meet, all those things. Then we invited for another event. This is for Carnival of Culture. When I was assistant district governor, I invited, I have 7 clubs in my area. So I organizing the cultural night. The theme of the cultural night is very simple. So each club gets some 15 minutes time. So you need to give the presentation. Either you can dance, laugh, or storytelling, whatever you want to do, you can do in 15 minutes. And no Rotary, nothing. After that, we had some lunch, drinks, and everything will be available. So 1 hour, 30 minutes or something like that, we organize the event, and slowly we asked our members or the friends who visited that event. Again, we emphasize at the end, we tell what we are doing in the Rotary Club. So that he was very impressed with the activities. Then after that, he come to our club and he's a member. Now he's next year he's going to be international director. And this is one forum. It's called Social Healing and Peace Forum. Normally in club level, I never heard about the Peace Forum, but since we are in the multicultural community, especially the Kal community, we have some people from the war-torn countries like Syria, Sri Lanka, another part, Afghanistan, another part. So we come to know one of the Buddhist monk is visiting to Sydney. So we invited him because he came from Sri Lanka. It's a border between the Tamil community and Sinhala community. It's a border town between those two communities. So he did some fantastic job in the community. So we invited him. So he gave the presentation. There are around 60, 70 people attended that event. It is again, it's like a 1 hour program and 15 minutes Q&A. That's it. And this lady, we invited this lady to this event, and she was very impressed. And after that event, she was asking what is Rotary and what are the things you are doing. So we invited her for the one of our club meeting, and she attended a couple of meetings. After that, she became a member. And fortunately, she was last year she served as a president during that COVID time, and she won the Best Community Service Award. So that is the commitment that new members having in our club. At the same time, that's where we trained our members. Again, as I said, and this person, again, we are very super sharp in referral. See, every time we got some referral from district membership director or district secretary or district governor. That time we got some referral from this fellow. He's a young fellow. He moved from India and he doesn't know anyone in Australia. Before he left the country, he asked his friend what to do in Sydney. When I landed in Sydney, what to do? Because he was a Rotarian, he said, "Don't worry about that. You go to any part of Australia or any part of New Zealand, then you find out the local Rotary Club and they will help you." Exactly what he did is after he landing, he just sent a request through website, through the RI website, and I got a referral. The moment I got a referral and I called this fellow, and fortunately he was living in the adjacent suburb, Auburn. So we invited him and he came to our club and he became a member. Even though he moved to northern New South Wales, he's doing a business, but again, his family, everyone is here. So as and when he comes to Sydney, he will attend our meeting, or otherwise he is representing the local club and he is doing some local service in the local area. So that is the commitment we have. And again, this person, Phil Seville, he was a road tractor, interactor, and he is with us for almost now today is, I think, is 42nd or 43rd year. In 2014 or 15, he moved to Perth due to work commitment. After 2 years, he back to Sydney. We didn't know about that. And one day I found out through social media that he's back to Sydney. So we gave a call and asked him whether you are available to come to our club meeting. He said, "Why not?" Because nobody has called me, so I didn't decide anything. So he came to our club meeting and see his friends and everyone. That's it. After that, he became a member, and now he's retired. Now he's very active member in our club. And this is the very interesting story. Her name is Mary. She was 17 years old. Whenever we go to any activities in local area, either myself or my wife or some our president, we used to distribute some card. And I'm very passionate about Rotary, so I'm talking about Rotary. And the same way, my wife also talked about Rotary. And one of the local organization, Granville Historical Society, they're organizing an event, and they given 2 minutes. 2 minutes talk to Rotary. So my wife gave the presentation about 2 minutes about Rotary, Granville Rotary District, everything. After the presentation, this girl, that time she was year 12, So she came, I want to know more about Rotary. My wife, what she did is she gave the business card, said, okay, why don't you come to our club meeting? We will explain to you. So after that was happened in sometime in November. So December after Christmas and January, she back to club activities. And since she's under 18, and even she couldn't enter our Granville RSL club. So we did the escort, and she was very particular to join our club. The whole family was supported her. So what we did is first 2 years, we put her as a honorary member. She came around 16 years or something. So we put her for the 2 years as a honorary member. Then after that, she became a member. Now next year, she's going to be our youngest president. I'm sure that she's going to be youngest president in Australia and New Zealand. She's going to finish 19. Probably in the June, she's going to be 20. This is what happened pre-COVID. Before COVID, we organizing a membership night. Within short span of time, 11 days, we organizing a membership night. We got a great support from the RI Paramata office. Barbara has given a lot of insight. So within 11 days, we organizing an event, and these are all the people attended, and we put a target. We targeted the community people, so that what we did is before start of the event, we distributed to different, we assigned our members to the guest so that they will take care of the guest, and they will explain what is Rotary. At the end, we are going to index on 3 new members. This fellow is 20 years old, is a data scientist. And this girl, she is a local and she is doing undergraduate. And this girl, she's doing doctorate. She's District Inspirational Young Women of the Year award winner. And again, she lives in our local community. She's supposed to join in our club, but still there are some issues. So she's waiting for that. So these are all the members we are going to index soon. On top of it, we are going to line up another 4 members. And when I said referral, recently I want to share that success story. And last Thursday, we got one referral through RI, because one of the lady, she just trying to enter the station, Paramata station, want to catch up the train. The RI office has put the Polio Plus train ride stall, and Mark Anderson had a chance to interact with this lady. Her name is Cynthia, and he explained about the Rotary and activities, and he asked where do you live, and she said she lived in South Wentworthville. The moment she said, okay, if you want to join Rotary, contact Renga. Then she sent an email. Within 5 minutes, I contacted her. I gave I introduced myself in 1 minute 30 seconds, and I explained our activities, Granville activities, in 6 minutes 40 seconds. And she asked me clarification for 23 minutes. And after that, I organizing a coffee on yesterday. I invited my president to attend that coffee catch-up. And we explain our activities. It took 1 hour 53 minutes, and today she is attending our meeting. So when you tell our story, then people are interested to join. That is the moral story for this presentation. On top of it, in 2013-14, the club was in dying mode, but we revitalized it. And the last 4 years, we are the first club, got 3 awards in 4 years. In 2018, we got a Best Community Service Award. In 2020, we got a Best PR and Marketing Award. In 2021, again, we got some Community Service Award. And regarding that new membership, and we always identify the community-based members so that we can tap the entire community. Recently, we inducted one member. His name is Sanjeev Goyal. He is a good grant writer. I've been working with other organization with Sanjeev. So what I did is I invited to one of our, one is a club meeting as well as the membership night meeting. So after that, he was very impressed with the activities and he joined in our club. So he joined in 2020 July. From 2020 July to end of 2021, that's almost 14 months. He got $58,750,000 as a grant. We applied $63,000 and we got $58,750,000. So that 1% effort, the whole club got benefited. And again, we got exposure to the local council, state and federal. And because we had some good connection, good relationship with the Multicultural New South Wales, we executed 6 grants and they are very impressed with our reporting and all the activities. Due to this COVID, and everybody was waiting for the what do you call the rat kit. They send us 550 rat kits for us to distribute to the community. So that kind of rapport we have been created. So that is the success story of Granville. So if you don't get the opportunity, create the opportunity. That's what we did, and we have succeeded. I'm sure that one day we are going to be the #1 club in our district. Thank you.
Thank you, Renga. Very very detailed explanation of your club's success story there, mate. So thank you for that. There are some patterns for successful clubs, and you've explained some of that. Leadership. Your club's undergone a pretty significant transformation there. Where does leadership sit in your club's success story? How important has leadership been, and in what ways?
One of the things I always insisting is legacy, because our club is 66 years old legacy. A member like Bob Stockwell or Kim or Michael or Tony, everybody is with us for 40 plus years. So I told our members, see, you created a legacy. 50 years back you joined, and especially the Bob, he lived in faraway place. The place is called Durham, and the last 50 years, he traveled 2,000 kilometers for the club activities. So that is the commitment he have with our club. So I told them, this is the legacy you created. If you want to go through or carry over this legacy, we need to index some members. At the same time, you did your part in 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000. So it is the time to transfer your knowledge, encourage, mentoring, motivate the new members. That's what our senior members are doing. Initially, yes, we had some issues. We couldn't able to, those people couldn't able to understand the culture of the Khal community. Now they are like a gel. It's like a one family. Now they understand, and we got exposed to different activities, either subcontinent or Lebanese or whatever community activities we have been involved. So we know what we are doing.
Gender balance in Granville. What is your gender balance, and what's Granville doing to develop women as leaders in Rotary?
Before 2011, 80-20, 80 male and 20 female participation. Now, one stage we had 50-50. Now it is almost like a 60-40. We are not very particular about either men or women, but we are try to represent the community, local community. That's where we are focusing on that. Because if we tap one member from one community, he is going to be a leader for the community. That's where the other people will follow. Take, for example, I'm the first person in the Granville Rotary from the subcontinent background. Because of my involvement, I've been inducted 5 members in different districts.
Well done. Great work. Picking up on that idea about value for members, I mean, you may have heard our Rotary International Director, Jesse Harmon, who presented on Membership Voice a couple of weeks ago, talking about one of their key issues in this day and age being providing value, having member-centric clubs and providing value to them. And a key part of that is about learning. So what are you doing in Granville to promote a Rotary learning environment?
One thing what we did is previously we had a weekly meeting and meal was compulsory. We created some flexibility to accommodate more members. So instead of weekly meeting, we changed it to fortnightly meeting. And again, we negotiated with the club, and we said that all the members can't able to take the food, because if you go to any RSL, it's a repetitive food. Same food come again and again and again and again and again. Again, here we are a multicultural community. Some people will like, some people may not able to like. So what we did is we ask and we get the room for us at the third floor. So we told our members, if you want to join for the dinner, you join at 6 o'clock. If you want to come to the meeting, you can come to the meeting straight away to 6:45. So that way we can save a lot of money and we created some interest. So that is the one of the success story for our club.
So you've provided flexible options for members.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the age mix at Granville these days? We've talked about Ungreying, so how's that changed?
Previously, it was average age was like 65. Now, because of a lot of new members join, and we are around 35 plus, and I am sure that over the period of time, it will come under 25 or 28.
Thanks for that, Renga.
Because the incoming president is a 20 years old young girl, and she's having a lot of idea, and she's having a big network, and she want to bring, because she's a leader now, she's going to be a leader now. Once she started activities, because she already prepared her calendar, and it was very impressive. Once she become a president, she can pull a lot of young people in the local community.
I'm looking around the room and I'm seeing Assistant Rotary Coordinator Andy Rajapaksi, and having listened to what Andy has had to say about what I term as strategic continuity, in other words, having leaders working to a strategic plan. How is that going at Granville in terms of leaders working to a shared strategic plan?
So one thing what we did is I gained some lot of mentoringship from my seniors. Now they are almost a bit tired. So I did my groundwork. Now I'm just stepping back and I'm doing the mentoring for the new members as well as the young people. So this year I'm serving as a secretary. Next year I'm getting out of the board. So I'm focusing on the membership in the local area. And at the same time, we want to promote with the other communities and other organizations. At the same time, what we did is, what we are going to do is, because the incoming board, most of the people are very young people. So again, we are putting each member for one mentor for each member so that the transformation will be smooth and there will not be any hiccup in the beginning.
So mentoring is a very big part of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Super. Tony Hayward, right over there on the North Island, has a question for you, Renga.
Yes, Dan.
Yeah, my question is, how do you find new community needs? How do we really engage with the community? And what's your key to it? We're looking for fresh ideas and partnerships, and I'm interested to know what your number one tip is.
I've been involved in 6 different activities. I'm a super smart community worker. I can sneak peek anywhere in the community, so I can understand the requirement at the same time, because I'm a full-time employee. I'm a mechanical engineer. I'm full-time employee, full-time working with the Navy. So my philosophy is, it is for the community. So whatever the need I'm going to ask, that is for the community. It is not my personal. So that way people love me and they'll tell what they require. At the same time, when we approach, for example, the council, when I had a first meeting, the CEO of the council asked, "Hey, Renga, what do you want?" What I told him is, his name is Viv May. He was administrator at that time, administrator CEO. I told Viv, I met you 5 minutes back. Now you ask me what you want. I don't want anything. He was laughing. Instead, I said, we need to understand. I need to love you. You need to love me. It take at least 6 months. Then we will tell what are the activities we are doing. At the same time, what are the activities you can support. And after 6 months, I'll come to your office and I'll ask you, Viv, is it possible to do this? I said, that's a good approach. So then what he did is he engaged all the big managers in the council to Granville Rotary. So fortunately, we got some good connection with the community engagement manager. So that we work together with the different projects. So that where we can get exposed to the different communities and understand the needs.
Nice.
Super. Thanks, Tony. Thanks, Ring. And while we're talking about conversations within the membership community, our coordinator, Adrian Roach, has a question for you. Over to you, please, Adrian.
Well, Renga, I've got two actually. The first one is, when are we going to see you as a district governor? Because you'd be absolutely wonderful.
Very soon. Very soon. If God willing, very soon.
Oh, very good.
Because
Okay.
I'll give one example. I joined in Rotary 2011. Before I joined Rotary, I had a very clear plan. Because in 2032, I want to be in the part of the RI board. And 2020, I'm supposed to be a district governor. That's what my goal. I put everything. Of course, it's in practicality. Sometimes we need to adjust our plan. But I am very sure my ambition is not restrict with the district governor. I want to go to the RI board.
Very congratulations. That's great.
And I told very clearly to Ian Risley, one day I'm going to replace you in RI.
Well, you're certainly not shy. Okay, the second question, Renga, is, are you looking to start any new clubs in your district?
Myself and my team is working on it. Currently, because of the back-to-back COVID restriction has hampered our strategy. Now again, we are going to start, and I hope that we will initiate some activities before end of this Rotary year.
Very good, thank you. Great.
But we are giving a more emphasis for the satellite club, and I had a discussion with a couple of clubs. They're very keen to start the satellite club, because I am very keen. At least we need to start one club so that based on the success, other club will follow.
Very good, thank you.
Sounds like a great plan. Thanks, Adrian, and thanks, Renga, for that. A question about the future. You've got some good young members there from the sounds of things. One of the other things that Jessie said during her presentation recently was that she's a big believer in programs like youth programs like RILA. She's as a pastoralarian. What part are Rotary youth programs playing in the development of your members and potential members?
Yeah, because I came from the subcontinent, and I always consider people in the two ways. One is a money man, one is a time man. I'm a time man, I'm not a money man. But if you want to do the project, you need money as well as you need a time. So that's where Rotary works in India. So whereas here, we need both. So what we did is, when I was a president, our club has a very small fundraising activities. At the end of the year, we write checks, left, right, we write a check, and we take some pictures. At that time, there is no Facebook. Facebook was there, but we don't put it in the social media. So the member and the recipient will go to the north, and we'll go to the west. After that, next year only we are going to meet. What we did is we stopped that activities. In the last 6-7 years, we never raised any check to any other organization other than foundation. And apart from only we sponsor one horse for the riding for disability. Other than that, we are not giving any money to anyone, because last 66 years, we have given $94,720 for the foundation. And because of these activities, our bank balance is very strong. We had more than $45,000 in our bank, more than $60,000 in our grant. If we write a check left, right, center, then you can't able to, because last 2 years, there is zero opportunity for the fundraising, but still we raise money.
What about youth programs? That the question was about how you've utilised youth programs to develop.
I'll come to that point, because if we have a strong bank balance, instead of writing check, what we are going to introduce this thing is, we ask the directors, each director, come with project. Okay, this is the budget. Okay, we'll give $5,000, $10,000, come with budget. So these young people, our incoming directors, slowly go to that path, so that they want to, because our intention is we want to spend money in Granville, we want to rotate the money within a Granville. Then only people will know about Rotary. So that's what we are working on it. And I am sure that we are going to sponsor we are going to host jointly with the other organization for the Youth of the Year for the Cumberland City Council.
What about youth programs? Because this is one that I've been looking a lot at recently, to actually develop your members as leaders within Rotary? I mean, the broader community I get, but what about that investing in Rotarians?
This is a little bit tricky because at the moment, you need to get the enthusiasm from our own, then only you can go to the next step. So that's what we are doing. At the moment, we have a well experienced and new members. So we created some interest, we explore to the different opportunities available in Rotary for local as well as international. So for that, what we did is during this club meeting, instead of inviting the same local speaker, and we sponsored a couple of global grant projects. So we invited the end user. Recently, we executed one project in India, a refurbishment of hospital. So what we did is we invited the host club to show us what project we executed. And we had an interaction with the doctor. We had an interaction with the end user. The moment the end user said, because of course they're talking in their own language, we translate and explain to our members. One of the lady literally cried because what she said is the dean of the hospital said, if this hospital was not refurbished, emergency ward was not refurbished, every year we are going to 300 plus death happen during this whole year. Because of this refurbishment, in the last 18 months, we saved 114 lives. So that's a big success for the Global Grant Project. On top of it, our own member will also feel proud, even though we have contributed little money, but even in spite of sending a report, nobody's bothered about that. The moment you receive the acknowledgement from the end user as well as the doctor, then people get excited. And now we are committed for the future global grants also.
Thank you, Renga. Past Assistant Governor Peter Warren, and President of Armidale Rotary, has a question about international projects.
Yeah, thanks, Renga. I just typed in, just before you started that, I typed in a question asking Kero, what do they have in relation to international projects? And I guess you've partly answered that. Have you only focused on that one country, that one project, or do you have lots of international projects? And do you draw on global grants, working with other clubs to get that happening?
I had a good relationship with various districts, but unfortunately our district were having a very limited DDF. At the same time, our club is a very small club. We can't able to afford that much of money. So currently I'm focusing on India, but I got some requests from Kenya and Malaysia, so that I'm going to channelize with the different clubs.
Yeah. When you say you are a small club, by the way, what is your current membership? I don't think you've established that.
Currently, we had 16, and we are going to induct another 4 members.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks, Renga. Now, before we started, when we were having a bit of a preliminary chat there, Renga, I did foreshadow a question, and the time has come for that question. So, District Membership Chair, Renga Rajan, why are you in Rotary?
That's a good question, Kara. I joined in junior chamber in the year 1996 in India. It's called Apex here, and in back home we call it as a junior chamber. And I was a charter president, and I was an outstanding president out of 700 clubs in 1996. So that time itself, I created some community engagement. So I want to become a Rotarian. So I went to the local club. That time, they are very strict about the classification. I'm a mechanical engineer. My membership was denied because there already one engineer was there. So I couldn't able to join. That has been in my back of mind. So it took a long time. I moved to this country in 2007. First 4 years, I myself establish our own community. The moment I become a citizen, I thought that it's the right time to give back to the mainstream. I don't want to stick with a small community. So that's the reason I had two choices. I want to go to either Rotary or Lions. So from 1996, I want to become a Rotarian. So I approached the local club. So before I joined before I inducted a Rotarian, I attended a district conference. That gave a lot of confidence on me. Then after that, I do a lot of service that gives lots of satisfaction.
Fantastic. And you can hear your passion for Rotary, the way you talk about it, and the work you've put into it. Let's give Renga a big round of applause for that, eh? Yeah, well done. Great work.
Thank you.
Well done.
Great work. Well done. Thank you.
Nothing is impossible. Everything is possible.
Absolutely. On that note, everyone, thank you and good night.
Good night,
Thanks,
Kero.
Kero.
Thank you,
See
everyone. Good night.
Adrian and all.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Right.
Kiro.
David.
Well done,
Thanks.
Renga.